Hi Taylor, I hope you had a good flight and you're able to have some nice time there while you're on your trip. This is going to be a review of how to set up your spreadsheet for the product load. So some of this is going to look real familiar to you, other pieces are going to be a little bit different. Obviously for something like the concrete, it's really simple. It's just the SKU, the product title, the price, and then the category that it belongs to. The rest of the stuff you mostly won't have to do until you get over here to warranty, although I'm assuming there's probably not a warranty for concrete. The image, whatever you want to use for the image. The first one will be the featured image. Any subsequent images will be in the gallery. So you just comma separate the images, and it's just going to take the first one for the main image, and then the rest will go into the gallery. The rest here is pretty self-explanatory, short description, long description, as we discussed. And then if there are, product specifications that you want to include, you put those here. For anything that it doesn't apply, you just leave it blank. Obviously, there are no variations on concrete. You don't have different weights of bags or whatever. So these attribute columns don't apply at all, and you just leave those blank in that instance. You can see I've left a blank line here between the product. Then here is a product with a single variable on it, which is length. This is your Port Orford cedar that comes in 5 lengths. On your sheet that you gave us, you didn't assign a parent product. We will need to have that, so I've put one in here. I've just called it 2x6 Port Orford cedar. This one you will want to pay special attention to how it's typed out, because this is what's going to show. I'm just going to use this as our example. Throughout, that's what's going to show up here, and it's what's going to show in the main in the main product gallery where you see what your options are. So you're not going to want to have this, we can't have any of the things where it's foreshortened, or you're going to want to pay special attention, like on these other sub products down here. You've got no spaces between the inch and the X and the 6 and the X, etc. So you want to make sure that that is written out exactly the way you want. And we will need a SKU for it. I know you don't actually sell this product without without somebody choosing one of the subs, but this is how we get the sub products to show up as part of the grouping. So if you don't want to give it one, we'll need to give it one. So yeah, choose something there. You can see here. We talked about how at most you'll have 3 attributes for any product. This one only has 1, so we just go ahead and put in the name of the attribute here. And then for the parent product, you'll need to put in what all of the variables are, so 4, 6, 8, 10, and 12. And then for each of the child products, you'll need to put in what that option is. This is the 4-foot one, the 6-foot one, the 8-foot one. And again, you'll want to write this out exactly the way it should be written. So if you want the hash mark, do the hash mark, but again, that's going to be what shows up in the drop down here as the option. So if you put 4 hash mark, that's what's going to show up right here in the drop down menu. I've written feet, but maybe it should be foot, or maybe it should be hash mark, but again, please know that this is what's going to display in your drop down menu. So there's a product with a single variable. Here we're going to go ahead and move on to a product with 2 variables. Your Armadillo life decking, again, you'll need to come up with a SKU for that parent product. And then we've just got everything in down here below. These child product names are not as important, but again, they will display in some places the client receipt that they receive. In their cart, this is what's going to show. So if it's important to you how that displays, again, you might want to give some consideration to how these are formatted. I see that some of the Some of the color names are kind of foreshortened. We've got DESRT, and what I'm assuming is Foothills is FOOTH. And maybe that's fine. You know, you see receipts all the time with product names that are abbreviated like that, but just so you know. So yeah, then for each one of these, we need to have, this is the 4-foot camp, this is the 4-foot desert, this is the 4-foot foothills, etc. So a lot of this is going to be, you know, fairly simple for you to replicate from what you've already got. Moving on over here to the other columns. So this is our warranty. I'm sort of assuming that the warranty is only going to apply to the parent product. So that would go in here, or if there are multiple warranty files, you know, you can put multiples in here. All you need to do is put the name of the file in there. So it doesn't need to be named in a particular product scheme. You don't have to rename it. I've just done it like this so you can see what it's supposed to be. Your Armadillo Life Decking Warranty.pdf file. You just put the name of it there. For the images, on the parent product, you're going to want everything, when they click in, if there's particular, you know, items that you want in the gallery to show, you'll want all of them in here in this line that you want to show on initial view before they've made any selections down here. So it could be that you want to show, you know, one product that shows multiple colors in it as the featured image. In any case, the first one's going to be your featured. The rest of them are going to be the gallery images down below. Then for the sub-product, you'll want to put whatever images in here that they see once they make that selection. So once they make a color selection, whether it's repeat images or whether they're brand new images, that's what goes into that column, into this column, is the images that are specific to that color selection. And so forth, all the way down on that. Again, short description, long description, the rest of it's pretty self-explanatory. That is, I think, the basics of everything here that you're going to want to do. So I've got another one down here. It looks like this one's a very similar Armadillo product, but this one is pasture rail rather than decking, but the colors are similar. Still, you have to repeat this. You know, the variation name is color, and then what those colors are. That this one is length, and then what those lengths are, pricing all the way through. Just put a space between each one, and we should be good to go. If this is missing information, please let us know. Please don't start randomly adding columns here. We'll need to make room for that. But yeah, I don't think you need to go, you know, too much further than this. If maybe you added 3 or 4 more products, and then made sure to get the things in here that we don't have. You know, make sure to pick some products that have warranty files and throw those in there. Get some images in here. That way we can do an initial product load of 10, 15, however many you feel like doing for this first set. Don't go too crazy. And then we can show you what the test load produced and make sure there's no gaps in what you've supplied or what we've asked you to supply on the sheet. I think that's it. Thanks so much.